Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. Don't get surrounded. This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease. Slavers don't even bother with Northridge. Thanks, girl. Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely...
You made the right decision.
The goblins...
You have duties to attend to here.
All right. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you.
Don't thank me, Jim. They're trying to get into the carriage. Waken wind! Farewell! Over here! Too slow. Who are you? A friend. Are there any... Why didn't you flee with the others?
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you freedom, safety, the light.
Sid.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid.
Thank you.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. If I'd just waited a little, or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others got home safely.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole, and what kind of leader sends people into danger without I should have urged greater caution.
We swore the same oath as you.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand...
We all know how much bravery...
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Thank you. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath to...
You will.
I hope you didn't have to...
Only the...
Oh, yes. This...
You'll do fine. Tight.
Thank you. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, And even success means tremendous... I became a Visitor to help people, not...
Cursebreakers lead hard, they toil in the shadows. And yet we never won for
Conviction?
They're willing to fight. I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife.
You sound like Tyre. It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering. Thank you for that.
I'm feeling a lot better, thanks to Tyler's remedy.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. All yours. Come again. I may have more. For ya.
Here, what's everyone whispering about?
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back.
Titan! Garuda!
Boy soldiers with their ruby stain.
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back. I dread to think. The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Clive! Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Been doing Mid's bidding, have you? Yeah, she's like me.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wondering, where did you get him? Like...
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and...
What do you reckon?
It certainly adds, Clive. I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frost wolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery of his name.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly. A girl from the Northern Territories and her one away.
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his power?
What?
Just like people called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for
Quite. His latent birthright, as it had only...
Oh, get you.
And regarding your original concern, why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his
There you are! I've been looking everywhere. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work. Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait.
Then I look for... Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
I wish, Miss...
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take a tour of her dog.
Finally got Mid out of your hair, have you? How goes the...
Largely, we have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected... If only we knew for certain by what...
Well, if anyone can piece this puzzle together...
What?
Word.
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of...
Crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out. What?
The Littlands have been up to their
There's just one thing after another around here.
Well, fuck me. Never thought I'd see the dear Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses came to tea.
Ah, my dear Neff. Through the good offices of young Sir Wade, as are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith, which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to have...
I was.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you? And I'm afraid...
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the... Come here and I'll... It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde? To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance? No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something. The men seemed almost as if they believed, or were...
You have your answer. To find, it may well have gone cold by now. But as they say in the Republic...
allow me to accompany you part of the... As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here.
I'd be glad. Give me a moment to make ready.
Very well, but be...
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear. With a little help from Sid, of course. Of course. Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look. Always something in there.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake.
You're not going in there alone.
Don't worry. I'm not. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only we've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid.
Thanks.
So,
Don't look so worried.
Thanks,
Gav.
Oh, you can count.
All right, Uncle.
We shall. I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is. Let's go.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Who do you think those soldiers were?
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in Camber that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
It's the outlaw. Take him.
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, if we didn't know where to find Kupka before, we do now.
They're all said to themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful...
Ah, they've closed. It would seem, Lord...
We have to get through.
Not by force.
By guile, then.
Rosina, but how will we find her?
And that she was working. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of me. I'll wager this Rosina dealt.
That would certainly help to narrow...
And that's
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Are you looking for something in particular? An excellent choice. Thank you for your custom.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you?
Anything I can help you?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would...
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Well...
$1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dallam.
Never heard of her.
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town...
Well, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig. But he's...
The Briar's Kiss, you...
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely... be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience, believe you me.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help?
Yes, a long-standing pillar of your...
Then you should ask. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people. Try the baths. That's where...
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Hanging lanterns! Keep the darkness from your door!
Excuse me.
I am.
I hope so. Do you know Rosina Dallamil?
And what?
She was a close friend of mine.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our... Who are you working?
He wanted us to test.
Though one could hardly call that.
Lord Furder?
Look what the... Your skill with the blade is rare. A fitting talent.
You know who I... So what now?
That isn't my... Our work is take him to meet his precious Rosina. She...
To the Lock of Leisure.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Kneaded to a silken softness.
The most fragrant herbs and
My
spices.
carpets have...
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. Sorry. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid II?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. Assuming he is an ally, of course.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man. But enough of the pleasantries. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall...
What trouble? If you're going to give us...
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vin...
What?
My apologies. Follow the... Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this do...
Ha! It will be easy. Let us divide our forces, Clive.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
fresh from the grill. Get it while it's hot.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Ugh, then be off with you.
You have...
Don't be stupid. I just know which side. I don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you?
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here.
A deposit? For what?
Excuse me.
You've heard?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thief. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market.
Do you have a moment?
Depends.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the...
Well, where are stones? The soldiers guarding the mother crystal and the shipments need a place to... The men on the rock throw their money about like...
Is that so? I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Why is the tavern shut?
It's you. What do you want?
I'm looking for my...
The gentleman who was with you?
Thank you.
Let me treat you.
Huh?
Will this suffice as
By the sands.
one of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to...
All right, but not...
What are you doing? Care to explain why you're giving
Bait, my boy. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets. I had no luck, of course, but my uncharacteristic they took me aside and said they could procure the...
So the...
I thought they'd ask for more. A small price to pay. But enough about my little...
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And meanwhile, members of Kupka's private... I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off...
I'll wager.
We'll meet with them and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Roz. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
Why is the tavern shut?
No use calling Ambrosia now. Let's go. Faster! All right.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here? Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them! Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle!
Good! I'm just getting warmed up!
Farewell!
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage.
Beard, you were magnificent. Such a shame you didn't have...
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's... I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of...
Well, indeed, the people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign. Until you... Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, You held up your end of the bargains. To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed, and those left behind have been...
Thank you. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust?
Oh.
And my name is not Greybeard.
No. Thank...
Of all the...
Here. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back. Tell them that Rosina Dall...
Omia lostelan. Tu isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
I've never even forged a button.